Below me is 73 wrestling action figures, and I'm going to be ranking them from worst to best. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, to start this one off, we have this basic. Now, I only own one of the original basics, and it is this AJ Styles. So this one doesn't completely count, but this is definitely dead last. This would be the first official bad figure. Now, this figure, it's Otis. It looks fine, but has no articulation. These legs do not move up. Very stiff. The torso doesn't move down. That's the issue with these torsos, that they don't give the actual ab crunch to. So this is definitely going to have to be in the very bottom. And kind of similar to the Otis here, we have another one of those figures without the ab crunch. It's not very good. It's the Scarlet figure. The only reason why this one's a bit higher is because the legs actually move, but the arms in this case do not move whatsoever. And actually, continuing with leg problems, we have this Ricochet. Now, some people might have this in like their top 10, top 20s, but I want you to just look at these legs. They have little kickbacks. They don't go up. I've tried to fix them. They're not on ball joints. You can't replace them. This is not a good figure. It looks fine. Put it on a shelf. Everyone can adore it, but it is not the best. And speaking of looks fine, but is not the best, it's Sting. This is not a good figure whatsoever. In fact, this is maybe even worse than the Otis, and I should have redone this because this, you cannot bend the torso whatsoever. The legs don't go up. The arms are mid. The head scan is probably the only thing that saves it, and the look. Because obviously, you know, Sting is very toyetic. He has cool figures, but this is not cool. Now, we have one more traditional basic, which I forgot about. $1 Million Man. The reason why this is ahead of all those elites is because basics are supposed to not be able to move their torso. When with the Otis elite, it just couldn't move his torso. So this is going kind of last, but it still looks good, and it's a basic. And believe it or not, these arms are actually nice and smooth, and same with the legs. So that's why it gets a little bit of a higher placement. Next, we have a run of AEW figures. So yes, this isn't just WWE. We are doing AEW. It's Christian, as, you know, Grimshaw would say. I mean, it's just not good. Look at this. This is going to be an issue with the next figure, too. The legs go from thick to, like, skinny to, like, it's not good. The torso is, I guess, fine. I don't know. It's really not the best figure. And kind of in the same lane here, we have this Chris Jericho, which is actually, articulation-wise, pretty good, but I don't like the head sculpt whatsoever. And these legs, look at it, man. It's thick, and then this, like, little twig here. It does not look good. And, I mean, it's fine. The tattoos are cool. I think the skin tone's a bit off, especially between these two parts, and then the head scan is not the best. So that's why the two AEW figures get placed back here. But don't worry. There are good AEW figures to come. But next up, we actually have a kind of a long run of just basic figures. So I kind of just had to go off our main event series. So I had to go off by looks, just because, I mean, these are all really cool. Actually, I like the main event series line a lot. I don't buy them anymore. But this, I believe, came in a battle pack with Shawn Michaels, and this is the British Bulldog, and I like it a lot. But the next run, we have some basics. So here is a head-swapped Logan Paul. Because the head it came with, the eye was chipped. So when I got the Ultimate Logan Paul, I swapped the head. But I like all these gears, and I'm really just ranking basics now at this point off of gears. So the next figure we have here is actually a custom. So I am counting some of my customs, and it is Cody Rhodes. So it's kind of a heel Cody Rhodes, but it's still kind of in these are all kind of still in the bad category, just because, I mean, basics, I mean, they're not the best. So we have a little bit of a break between the basics to get to an elite. So this is an okay elite, but it isn't a custom because I had to swap the torso because I did not really care about it. And the head kind of sits high and the legs aren't the best, very stiff. So yeah, that's why this figure kind of goes into the bad category. But we will be getting to good soon. You just have to wait. But we do have a couple more basics to get to. Here, Ultimate Warrior. So I like this figure a lot, but a little bit of a sad story with this figure is it came in an Ultimate Edition box. This is before I knew Figure Ball, so I just thought it was an Ultimate Edition, Ultimate Warrior. It was not. When I got it out of the package, I realized, wait, this is not an Ultimate Edition. So, yeah, I got a basic instead of an Ultimate Edition. So, I have the coat and the heads and everything that came with it, but sadly, I did not get the Ultimate Edition that I was owed. So, next up, we have So these two are actually, they're going to go right next to each other, but they both came in the same 2-pack. So this is the Elite Roddy Piper from, I think, WrestleMania 2, when he fought his opponent, which is next on the list, Mr. T. Now, Mr. T is a bit better of a figure. These legs are nice. These legs are a bit loose, you know. So that's why I would say this is a bit worse than this. Actually, pretty good Mr. T, but still is not as good as the rest of these figures. And I would say at this point, we've kind of reached the level of passable. So they're no longer bad. I think this Mr. T kind of starts the wave of okay figures. And while I say that, we have the man who defines perfection, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. So this is, we just have, I think this might be one of the last main event series that we have, but I really like this attire. So I wish I had an ultimate of this attire, but this is a main event series, but I like this figure a lot. It's good. And then this is the last main event series, probably one of my favorite ones, is this Triple H. I like the promo attire a lot, and especially when you head swap it, I think it looks great. I like the pants. I think it looks, if this was an Elite, I might buy it. So next, we are on the Passable line here. This is a custom Elite Diamond Dallas Page, because as you will see in a little bit, I used the Ultimate Edition torso for a custom, so that one is much higher up on the list. But for now, it's an Elite DDP. It's nice, but I think just due to the fact that it's a custom, it kind of brings it down a little bit. But next up, we have a figure that is sheerly bad because of QC. So, and it's a bit my fault too. So, it came and the torso couldn't move. No torso swivel. So I tried to torso crack it to get it open, so I could maybe have the torso swivel work, and I just couldn't do it. It's very glued on there. So, this is kind of bad due to QC. So, not really the fault of anyone but those factories. Next up, we have an OK Elite. It's not the worst. Actually, if you see, I took the jacket off. But with the jacket on, you cannot move this torso whatsoever. It's a pretty good representation of the match. It's a bit big of a, it sticks out a little bit too much maybe. But I definitely like it. I think it's a re-release anyways of an older Elite. This one has double jointed arms, so I appreciate that. This next one's a bit rare. It's actually, I like it a lot, but it is, I think it's maybe like NWO or like late WCW Macho Man. And some of my friends came over and they said, "Who is that?" And I said, "Macho Man," and they had no clue it was. But this is a different era for Macho Man. But this is kind of like when he did like the album and he was singing and hating on Hulk Hogan, you know? So, and challenging him to fights. So this next one actually is a custom, and put a Seth Rollins head on here and it's still ranked the same. So it was the Seth Rollins Elite, but I'm using this for a match right now actually with his father, who we'll get to soon enough. But it's an okay Elite. The legs are a bit loose, but it's technically a Seth Rollins Elite. But, you know, we'll get to some more Seth Rollins later. And next up, rare figure actually, the first, only, ever, best and worst Jinder Mahal Elite figure. This came with the SmackDown ring, which I don't have. I have this SmackDown ring. This is a newer one. But my friend has it, and I traded him for this. And, I mean, it's an okay figure. You know, a bit of a paint chipping on the trunk, so that's fine. I like it. I mean, it's an older Elite, but the torso's still good. Arms are alright, but I don't know. It's just not the best, probably because it's Jinder Mahal. But, you know, that's fine. And next up, we have Cody's father, son of a plumber. We have Dusty Rhodes. So this actually is our first Ultimate Edition on the list, and it's okay. I mean, it's just, you can't do very much with big men, you know? Like, it's hard, but it has very good articulation. It's just not my favorite. It's kind of a basic figure. I mean, it just came with a shirt and some police gear, but the thing with Ultimates is I really wish they would just give him, like, an ab crunch like Elites, because, like, you cannot move the torso down. But, I mean, it's fine. But next up, we actually have another Ultimate Edition, so we're on a bit of an Ultimate run. This is the Jacob Fatu that came with this SmackDown ring right here. So, it's an okay. I think the legs are way too skinny. I know the new Ultimate fixes that a lot, so I might need that, but I think this torso, the top torso piece goes a little bit too low, because usually, you see with the Dusty, it cuts off kind of here, but this one, it goes all the way down there, so you really cannot move this torso whatsoever. But, I mean, it's okay. I think it looks good, especially with the shirt on. With the shirt on, it looks a lot better. And, well, here we have another AEW figure. Now, I don't own too many AEW figures, which is why I'm just combining them into the WWE video. I could do a separate, but it would have to be a short of ranking every AEW figure from worst to best. But if you'd like to see that, I can certainly do that. But this Jeff Hardy is okay. The torso doesn't really move down too much, but it's fine. I like the look. It's all black. Maybe it could have been a different attire, but It's fine. It's what they chose to make. And rest in peace, Jazwares. But next up, this could be a bit controversial. We'll have to see what happens here. Kevin Owens. I think this figure looks great. Looks like he's a prize fighter. Looks like he's a boxer. Looks like he's about to, you know, beat you up. About to fight Brock Lesnar. But look under here. That torso is not moving. I really have issues with bad ab crunches, and even the legs. Look at this. I tell you, the QC, they don't even check it now. It's terrible. But definitely, I would say the arms are good. The legs move up a bit, but not the best. Next up, we have the first of 2 Bret Harts that I own, and the next one will be a bit higher on this list. So this one, the legs are wicked stiff. Now, a lot of these figures that I'm ranking more on the bad side, they're all down to QC issues. So this, it looks good, right? Like, if you put it afar, you just have it in your shelf, and it looks great. But the QC really is bad. These legs are super stiff, and especially if you're trying to do a sharpshooter, it is really hard to operate that figure. Now, next up, we have this CM Punk Survivor Series return figure, which actually, the head is swapped, but it's okay figure. I've never been too, like, I don't like those, like, promo gear figures too much. I like them more in main event series. So if you're going to make an elite, I guess the return is definitely worth an elite, but for me personally, I'm not going to use it too much. So, I mean, it's fine. It's definitely a sound figure, but... And they gave him the Daniel Bryan torso, which they probably shouldn't have, but that's fine. It's still an okay figure. And I think at this point we moved on from passable to, like, you know, okay, like pretty okay here. So we're not at like good or even amazing yet, but we're at okay. Next up is this SummerSlam Elite Hulk Hogan, and I actually don't know when he ever wore this attire, but came with a jacket and it looks better with the jacket, but still a very fun elite and one of my first elites I ever got. So yeah, this is a fun elite. I like this one. I think it's pretty cool. Use them as a promo gear. And next up, we have an Ultimate Edition. I think this is kind of unanimously agreed upon that is not the best figure. I have it on my shelf, so it looks cool there. But the torso isn't the best, and I had to fix this figure up so much. I don't know if you can tell, but I torso corrected because this torso was like on the loosest swivel, and same with this up here. This was super wiggly, and same with the arms. These were like little like propellers. It was crazy. So the whole figure is wicked loose. So I had to fix it up. But if it wasn't fixed up, it probably would have been like definitely last or somewhere around there. Now next up, you have to consider what this figure is. So this figure is, I have a shirt on, so you can actually see the torso. But before it was Mankind with the brown, and it was plastic on there, and you could not move the torso whatsoever. So that was not good. But I put on a custom shirt just for a quick thing, which I'll take off in, you know, an hour. So I probably should have just put back on the little rubber jacket, but it's fine. Next up, we have a figure that does not get talked about whatsoever. This Andre the Giant, because most people just know about the Ultimate, but he has, I believe this was a Legends Elite. So I wanted an Andre, and the Ultimate was like, whatever, like $200. So I said no. And actually, I got the Chase. I did not want the yellow attire, but it's all they had. So I ordered it online from Target, and they sent me the Chase. So this is the Chase red attire, Andre the Giant, and I like that figure a lot. Next up, I doubt he is, but Unstable Animation, if he's watching. It's his favorite figure, Shawn Michaels. So this figure, I think a lot of people would put very, very high. The reason why it's so low on my list is because I got bad QC. So my legs are super loose, but that's just, you know, it's kind of a me problem. So I'm sure you like it much more, but it looks great, okay? So if you put it like this, it looks amazing, but it's just bad QC. Kind of a figure that's really just the definition of a mid-Ultimate Edition. Solo Sakoa, or should I say Solo Dolo, hitting that Matrix. Here's your warning shot, bow bow. Look at Mr. Solo Dolo here. So it's okay from, like, I would say right here up. I think it's great, but like these legs are they're fine. Bit skinny, QC's kind of bad. They're a bit loose. And overall it's just a mid figure, and the head sculpts are fine. No hate there. Next up, we have the definition of being old. Here's Oldberg. This is a fun elite. Actually, the torso was so wild when I got it, so I had to kind of fix that one up there a bit. It was just swiveling around like crazy, but actually I like this elite a lot. And depending on when this comes out, he will be wrestling Bret Hart in my federation soon, so, you know, he'll kick his head right off. So here's Oldberg himself. Now next up, like I said before, I'm not the biggest fan of promo attires. So the greatest of all time here, right here, Roman Reigns. He's better than Stone Cold is my claim. Debate me in the comments. So, I mean, Roman Reigns, I think it's a good figure, but I'm just not the biggest fan of promo attires. But it's still a really good figure, so no hate here. I think right here, we're starting a new leaf here, as they say. I think we're now into the good figures. So I think this starts good figures, maybe even the Roman does. This is a good AJ. I just wish it had double jointed arms, but if it did, I think this would be perfect because these legs are amazing. They're like butter. You taste that, it's butter. You see this? Ooh, smooth. Next up, we actually have the CM Punk with the Survivor Series head on, which I had to color black because the paint was chipped. So that was annoying, but this is like the Macho Man gear a little bit. So you could use it for a fun little Macho Man custom, but I like this figure a lot. It is one of my 2 CM Punk Elites. Next up, or should I say, what's up? Because we have Ron Killings, or R-Truth, or Ron Cena. So this is a fun figure. It's a bit stiff. Like, I prefer stiff over loose though, but it's still a good figure. I do like this a lot. I mean, the tattoo work is really nice on this one too. Maybe I would have liked some more stuff to come with it. It just came with the Judgment Day shirt, but it's a bit of a plain figure, but it's still good. And next up is the second Bret Hart, which I think is much better, at least QC wise. And actually, I like this attire better with the black and dark pink. I like this, the little black and white going down the sides. I think this one's a bit better, but you know what? It is Bret Hart, so he better watch out, or else Bill Goldberg will kick him right in the face. But anyways, next up, we have the Scottish Warrior. He got screwed by CM Punk. It is Drew McIntyre. So hopefully he comes back soon. Been missing Drew, but this is a really good figure. One of his better elites, I would say, because some of his elites are kind of mid. But I do like this formula a lot. I wish the legs are on ball joints, but that's fine. Still a good figure. I like it a lot. The head sculpt is pretty good. And next, here is the man that screwed him out of his title reign. The Game. Triple H. I'm gonna hate on LA Knight. So yeah, here's LA. I almost said here's LA Knight. Yeah, here is Triple H, and this is a good figure. It's a good elite. I think we're definitely in the good, because all these figures that are about to come up are good, but they're not the best. So this is a good Triple H. I like the head sculpt. Kind of looks like, you know, he has like wet hair there, but definitely a good Triple H. And these next two kind of go together, but I think one is better than the other. So this is the Jimmy Uso Ultimate, and I think that the J is a bit better, but you know, it's okay. They're both good figures. I just like the attire a bit better on the J, and I think the articulation's better, but they're both good figures. Now here's the man that should be giving, you know, our boy Triple H a fat BFT and saying, where's my world title? Yeah, because this is the megastar LA Knight. Probably should be main eventer, but it's fine. His day will come. Good things come to those who wait. So LA Knight, I hope that he wins a world title soon. And next up, you hear that? It's Slow Chemical, because it's Kane. And this is a great figure, actually. I think he doesn't have the best track record, if I'm correct. I think one of his ultimates was really bad from what I've heard, but this is a good figure. You got the chokeslam hand on right now, and it's nice and tall compared to some other figures. So yeah, that is a very good elite. And next up, he walks alone, except for when he's powerbombing Triple H. It's Batista. Bang! Yeah, I think I did that pretty wrong there. But yeah, this is Ultimate Edition Batista, and I know a lot of people like it a lot more, but I just got bad QC, so I got kind of unlucky. But these arms, bro, look at that, bro. Look at that, like a bald eagle, I tell you. I probably could have ranked this one a bit higher, but I just really do like all the figures that come after this one. And here is the custom, which we used the Diamond Dallas Page torso for. Custom Ultimate Edition Edge. So I put the Diamond Dallas Page torso. It looks a little bit worse on camera. It looks like the skin tones are really far off, but in person, even one of my friends, they said like, wow, that skin tone's really off, and they came and they saw it, and it looks a little bit better in person. But yeah, I put the Diamond Dallas Page on there with, and I know you're missing the shoulder tattoos, but this is probably one of my best customs right here. So that's Edge Ultimate Custom. So that's a pretty nice one. Next up, we have Damian Priest, and I do have a couple more Judgment Day figures to come, but this is a great figure. I mean, just look at this articulation, man, I tell you. Those knee joints are just about perfect. Just about perfect. So yeah, this is a very good figure. Actually, I like this one a lot. So this one could be maybe a bit higher, but I don't know. The accessories were pretty good. It came with this huge money in the bank briefcase. Next up, we got the Immortal One, Hulk Hogan. Now, I think the Damian Priest revisionist history here, that figure's probably a bit better than this Hogan. But it's still, I like this Hogan a lot. You know, he can hit a leg drop. The articulation is really good. Not too loose, except for this one boot, bro, I tell you. But yeah, this is a great figure. You know, got those 24-inch pythons, brother. So yeah, that's pretty good. He's going to go run off to make some racist comments online. So here we go. John Cena, the Never Seen 17. Now, this is probably my best Cena figure, and as I'm going to show you in a sec, I have some more. But this is probably my best Cena figure, and I like this figure a lot. So, yeah, I mean, props to this one. I'm hoping to get the new Boston Defining Moments Elite because I was there in the crowd to see him wrestle in Boston, so that was pretty cool. And next off, we actually have John Cena's biggest rival, Randy Orton. So here's Mr. RKO out of nowhere. This is a very good figure. In fact, we haven't had like a skinny, like bald Randy Orton in a while. And this is, I actually don't know. I think this is probably from like 2020, 2021 when he kind of did the Legend Killer gimmick again. Because it kind of has that attire. But yeah, this is a fun Elite. I like this a lot. Moves great. The wrist tape keeps chipping though, so keep painting it. I feel like I'm painting it every month. And here's actually probably my best custom I've ever done. This is like an Ultimate Elite kind of mashup Braun Strowman. So this isn't my work. It's actually a G.I. Joe figure, which I just put a Braun Strowman head on. It's a Sergeant Slaughter figure, G.I. Joe figure, but I thought, like, wait, this is literally Braun Strowman's attire right here. Like, this is exactly what he wears. So I just popped on a Braun Strowman head, and I kind of wish it was a different head sculpt, like maybe just a normal head, because I don't like having just a yelling head sculpt, just if I ever animate a match with him. He can't be yelling the whole time, you know? But I guess he's Braun Strowman. I guess he can be. And then next off, we have Braun Breaker, Logan Paul's worst enemy. And hopefully by the time this video is coming out, he's turned on Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and he's beaten Oba Femi. But I don't know. I like this guy a lot. This is a fun Elite. The torso is a bit loose, but when the torso is loose, it's just because I use it a lot. Because I animated a lot of matches with this guy. So this is a very, very good Elite. And now here is a figure that I like a lot, and I got it recently. So, continuing the Judgment Day Ultimate Editions, we have Dominic Mysterio. These legs are so skinny, although he's a skinny boy, so can you really blame him? But yeah, this is a fun Ultimate. The torso is a bit loose, and it came loose, so... But that's okay. I like the hair. I like the head sculpt. I think it looks good. It's a very modern day. And then next up, we have, straight from the display, we have Kurt Angle. So he's already posed and everything. So this isn't the head sculpt he came with, but, you know, same with this arm. You put the Ultimate Edition Kurt Angle arm on here. So this looks pretty good. But, you know, that's not all for Kurt Angle. You'll see he's coming up later. Well, next up, we have the final boss. You feel that? It's goosebumps because it's The Rock, and this is his Ultimate Edition figure. And this is a very good figure. You know, they gave him that Ultimate Warrior torso, which is just huge and jacked. But, you know, if you're going to give that torso to anyone, might as well be the final boss. And next up, we actually have the man that chokeslammed him at WrestleMania, The Undertaker. So this is actually an old Elite, I think like 2010, 2012. But this is a fun one. I wish I had double joint arms, but I tell you, QC was so much better back then because this figure came with like perfect articulation and it's used. So, what a great figure. Next up, we have two AEW figures. So, first up, this might be a bit controversial because I'm going to show you my favorite AEW figure. So, this is my second favorite AEW figure. It's the Supreme Moxley. Great figure, but you know what beats it by just a little bit? It's Daniel Bryan. So, this figure is very good, very smooth. The one very small issue is this upper torso piece is maybe just a bit too big. But it's still just so smooth. Come on, bro. It's like butter. Next up, we have the best Seth Rollins figure. It's this one. I actually don't even know what's this from. I think it's maybe WrestleMania 37. I think it's a Mania, but I like this a lot. I don't know why I have him doing the Randy Orton pose. But this is definitely a fun one. Now, before I get into my top 10, there are admittedly some figures I did not rank because they're under the display. Like this Rock Elite, this Cena Elite, this Rock Basic, Stone Cold, and Cena. So these are the only figures of which I couldn't rank because I just didn't want to take them out of my display. Well, brothers, we're now in the top 10 of my wrestling figures. And right at number 10, we have the Ring General Gunther, or Gunther, as you might like to say. But this is a very fun Elite, and I don't know, I think this is actually when, is this when he won the IC title against, was it Ricochet? I think this might be, but this is a fun one. Black and red attire. I really like this. So that's your number 10 right there. And number 9, Headless Cody Rhodes. So if you remember from earlier on in the video, The Cody Rhodes head is currently on a custom, but even without the head, this is such a good figure. This is back when Cody Elites were good. Don't buy any modern day Cody Elites. They're terrible. They have clown feet. They look stupid. Old Cody Elites, though, I tell you, this is the stuff right here. But next up, I don't know, what are we at, like 8? It's Rey Mysterio. Now, Rey Mysterio always has great figures, and actually, I would like another one, because I want one with him without the singlet on. But this is a very cool figure. I like this. He's very toyetic, very smooth to work with in the ring. You know, Rey Mysterio still got it. He can still hit moonsaults at, you know, whatever he is, 51. So this is a fun figure, and almost wins Best Elite, but there is one more Elite to come that will beat it. And next up, we have another Ultimate Edition, Logan Paul. So this is a great figure. I recently got it, and these legs are great. The one thing that takes it down, torso's a bit loose, but I like the attire. It's kind of it's okay. It's a bit bland, but I do like it. It's green and black, so kind of Celtics-y there. So let's go Celtics, and you know, Lakers suck. So this right here, the next one is the greatest Elite that I have, and it is this Bork Legner. This is a very, very good Elite, and honestly, I've used it so much the torso's loose, but that still doesn't take it down, because I know when I got it, this figure was so good, and it still is so good. It's just fun to, like, you know, hit some punches, hit those, you know, elbow attacks. This is a great figure, you know, he's just going to hit an F5 on you. And now, I believe, we are into the top 5, which admittedly, come on, don't blame me. They're all Ultimate Editions, so number 5 just makes it is actually technically a custom. It's a Finn Balor. So when I got this, it was not the chase, but I painted the legs, so I think he could have black legs. So this is a very good figure, but there's just 4 better ones in my collection. Next up, some people may even have this as their number 1, but it's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now this is his, I know they're re-releasing it, but this is a great Ultimate Edition. Just amazing articulation, great formula. Came with those jeans, it's fun, you can make a promo attire. Great figure, but now, top 3. And this is my most controversial opinion, because people hate this figure. People despise this figure, and I love it. So this is the Shawn Michaels Ultimate Edition, and I've seen so many reviews on this figure, people saying, oh, it's trash. The one thing I would say, maybe the arms could be a bit bigger. He looks a bit out of place with this huge torso. So either arms bigger or torso smaller, but still, actually amazing. He looks like you just want to hit that sweet chin music. I like these legs are perfect. This figure is amazing. I know I swapped the head, but actually just an amazing figure. And now we have top 2, and this was really a toss-up. This is actually my most recent figure that I got, so it might be recency biased, but it's just so good. If you have it, you know. You suck, because this is Kurt Angle, and this Ultimate Edition is so good. I customized it a bit. I took off the shoulder pads, I switched the arm, switched the head, but this is just such a good figure. It's an Ultimate. It moves perfectly. You can hit ankle lock. The legs are good. And it just didn't get number 1. Because, number 1, drum roll please. If you know me, you know what this figure is. He is the greatest wrestler of all time. Better than Cena. Better than Stone Cold. It is your OTC, Roman Reigns. Everyone better be acknowledging him. This figure is so good. It's the Ultimate Roman Reigns, which I put white gauntlets on and the white boots, but still, even with the red attire, it's still the best, because he's Roman Reigns, and it's not even that he's Roman Reigns. The articulation is so good on this figure. Literally so good. So smooth, so crisp, so articulate, so toyetic. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. It took me a long time to make. I had to sort through 73 figures, I believe. But if you did enjoy it, please hit that subscribe button right there. Just tap it, just like Roman Reigns just did. But thank you all for coming. Rest in peace.